Joining me is Nationals frontbencher Barnaby Joyce, the former Deputy Prime Minister and our Thursday regular guest. Barnaby, lovely to see you again. Hey, most of this money is to replace the Liddell coal-fired power plant in New South Wales, which has just been shut, with solar power in the area. The $1 billion comes on top of the more than $40 billion already promised by Labor to make Australia supposedly a renewable energy superpower. Is this a good idea, subsidising businesses already backed by billionaires?
I always say that they're not wind farms. They're not even wind factories. They're swindle factories where we get walked over and, ladies and gentlemen, you get ripped off, absolutely ripped off. So now you've got renewable energy credits, you've got power purchasing agreements, you've got deemed rates of return, secret agreements between the governments and the proponents of these swindle factories. It's all secret. We don't see it. They get a return whether they produce power or not. And now on top of that, they're actually going to subsidise the mechanism for the swindle. They're going to subsidise the construction of the solar panels. Now, the Hunter Valley is a very interesting place because offshore of Port Stephens, we have a new swindle factory going in out there. A lot of very, very, very unhappy people at Port Stephens. A lot of very, very, very unhappy people in the Hunter Valley. And I hear the Prime Minister and I think the enlightened Minister Bowen are going up to announce this swindle factory. So I say to the people of Port Stephens and to the New England, go down and say good day to them. Go and say and tell them how happy you are about the tens of thousands of kilometres of transmission lines, the filth of cobwebs going all over the countryside, the nature-killing wind turbines in the swindle factories, the carpeting of black over our environment with solar factories. Go and tell. Because, see, Minister Bowen thinks it's great. He thinks you're really happy being ripped off and really happy destroying your environment. He thinks this is a great idea. In fact, it's such a great idea, he's going to give Malcolm Turnbull and Mike Cannon-Brookes a little bit of a handout with $1 billion of your cash.
Yeah, but you know, what really upsets me, well, it makes me question this particular way of doing business, Barnaby. We saw the Rudd government subsidise, for instance, geothermal plants. Tim Flannery said it was a mozza. It went bust. They cancelled it. They subsidised also wave generators. That was going to be a new frontier. Two of them crashed or sank, and one in project in Western Australia also flopped. I mean, now today the Prime Minister's asked if these panels that we're going to be helping to subsidise would be cheap enough and good enough for Australians to buy them instead of the cheap Chinese ones we use instead. Here's his answer.
These are the most efficient solar panels in the world. These are good products. They will last for longer. They will be commercially available, and we are very confident that Australians will have Australian panels on their roofs.
Now, Barnaby, if they're that great, these products, why do taxpayers need to subsidise them? Turnbull and Cannon-Brookes, they can, put this to market.
Andrew, they've learned from their previous swindles. They've got this one worked out. Not only is the swindle in the subsidisation now of the new swindle factory creating solar panels, we've got the swindle factories that you see all over your countryside and out to sea, but they've made it so you have to purchase power in 5-minute blocks. You can sell power in 5-minute blocks. It's like selling you the air to breathe in 5-minute blocks. And of course, sometimes the air is really cheap, but if there's no air around, it's a bit uncomfortable. And when that happens, the price of air, in this case, the price of power, goes through the roof. And that's exactly what they want. See, they don't have to supply power for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They just have to supply it for 5 minutes. And what a marvellous swindle market to back up your swindle factory.
It drives me nuts. As soon as governments pick winners, particularly in this area, it's politics first, business second. You've got no idea what's going to happen with our money.